Hi guys and girls, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. God, it's starting to get a little bit warm now, isn't it? Woo! I have just tried filming this intro with the fan on, and I can't lie, I'm afraid guys, even with the demuffler, it is still quite loud in the back. So you know what? I've got my can of xxShannonLeighxx sparkling water. We are going to plough through this video with sparkling water refreshments, and then you best believe once this is done, that fan is getting cracked on. We actually was up in the loft the other day and I was like, you know what, I feel like bring it down, we might need it. We've come back from Rome and I'm like, have we brought the weather with us? Like, it's actually getting a nice little temperature. It's not really nice when you can't just lay in it and sunbathe, but I hope you are all enjoying the weather. So my lovelies, this month for Sit Down with Shan, I've turned 30, Mum's coming up 65, Dan's coming up 35, and I thought, you know what? We're all getting to like big milestones in life. Do we grow old gracefully or disgracefully? What do we think? And a lot of you guys have sent your thoughts and questions and scenarios in as to how you think we should live life. And you know what? I'm just going to sit here and read it all out, and we're going to have a good old discussion like always on these Sit Down with Shans. So guys, get comfy. It could be a long one. You know how these videos are. We have to get comfy, don't we? Yes, we do. In my little perfectly imperfect cord from Shan. I thought it was quite fitting for this video, but let's see if my iPad wants to work. I can't lie, guys. My iPad has been a little temperamental. I'm kind of like, I don't need you breaking on me right now, please. Thank you very much. One of my lovelies says, my mum is 92 in August and still goes out with me and dresses very trendy in her Levi jeans. Oh my God, I love that. I'm 30 and don't even own a pair of Levi jeans. The fact that your mum is rocking them at 92, oh my God, yes, kudos to her. Kudos to her. And I think that is so, so cute that you go out shopping and mum's still able to get out. That is amazing, and that is a blooming good age. Another one, very in comparison with this, my mum has just turned 70 and got her first tattoo for her birthday. I'm here for this, guys. I am here for this. Mama G keeps saying she wants a tattoo, and I'm like, we'll get a little matching one if you want. She's like, okay. She goes, but I don't know how I'm going to be with the pain and needles. Mama's grown up with needles through her asthma and steroids and everything like that. I'm like, I'm the one that's petrified of needles when it comes to like blood being taken, but for piercings and a tattoo, I think it's a psychological thing. If I feel I'm getting something out of it, I'm absolutely fine. If someone's taking blood from me, my brain's like, nope, nope, nope. So, oh, you'll have to send me a picture of what your mum got, because I love that. You might hear the ice cream man jingling in the background. He has been doing the rounds, and I'm like, no, 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 I'm being good. One of my lovelies says, I think I've missed it. No, you haven't. I was actually a little bit late filming it this month. You should do whatever you want in life. As yesterday was past, it doesn't matter. And the future is, we don't know. But today is the present. And the reason it's a present, because it was gave to us. But tomorrow it will be the past and we won't care. That's my attitude in life. If you want to wear a miniskirt with yellow hair, you go and do it. This isn't a rehearsal, so go do it all. Lots of love for Machara. Mwah, lots of love to Machara back. I am all here for that. I definitely do feel, probably since I left school, I realised we're not in a game. I always used to think life was like, say, The Sims or Grand Theft Auto. And when you got to a certain point in the game where you messed up, you just restarted it. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. And definitely as you get older and you go through things that you never thought you would have gone through, and you overcome stuff and you get tested on bits and bobs, it really does show that you get one shot around. And with all the uncertainty in the world and all of the not good things going on at the moment, it really does put it into perspective that no one knows when their time's up. And when that light switch goes off, it's off. And could you look back and be like, you know what? I had a good life. I was happy, or I'd done what I wanted to. I've done this, I've done that. Or would you say, I wish I'd have done that? I wish I'd have done that and not cared what people said. I have been going through a little bit of a, I'm going to say age crisis, yes. Thinking what I want to do career-wise. And I've looked into something the past couple of weeks. And part of me is like, yes. It was something you would love to do. And the other part of me is rational. That thinks, number one, it's hella expensive to do. I cannot afford that with this house at the moment. Then I started having irrational ideas, sell the house and do what I wanted to do. No, that's not an option to go down. So I'm looking into other ways potentially to do something that I really want to do. And it is to put myself back into education. And it is to put myself into doing something that I would really like. I gravitate towards it anyway. And shock, it's nothing to do with social media. If you know me though, you may have an inkling as to what genre or department it would be in. And I've really started looking and I was like, I can't do this year because I've missed out. So when does it open for next year? And then there's also 2027 when it opens. And I'm like, next year could be tough. Could I then get into it and start it in 2027? But then I'm going to be 32. And the duration of it is 4 years. So I wouldn't be at 36. And then I think, but then you're still 4 years away from 40. And by having that, by 40, you could be somewhere away from here. You could be abroad. You could be anywhere. So I'm really having a little toy up at the moment with my head. And Dan's like, go do it. But obviously, finances. So he's like, okay, let's look at the different options. So I was like looking at 26 and 27. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know. But I definitely feel like you do get one shot here. And I'm like, I feel I've exhausted offices and... Like, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy construction because that's what Mum and Dad are done. But I feel like I know what I wanted to do. When I left school, I wanted to do my embalming. Didn't have the money for the fees and Mum didn't want to send me off to Scotland for 5 years. But now this time, it's not actually in the mortuary side, funny enough. I feel like that could always be a backup. But the thing that I've been looking into is definitely something like I could see myself investing in. So, I don't know. I think, could I look back? I don't want to look back when I'm old and grey and be like, you know what? You wasted all that time sat in an office or on a building site when actually you wanted to be doing that. So, who knows? Who knows? But, yes, we definitely do not get do-overs. This is what we are. This is our life. If it makes you happy, to hell with the rest. And yeah, I think that's all that matters. I couldn't have put it better myself, my darling. You've done an amazing job there. Hi, Shannon, sweetheart, Dan the man, and wonderful Mama G. To me, it's all about having your own individual style. I dress how I want to dress. I'm so sorry. My hay fever is giving me the driest throat and just making me feel like I have ick on my chest when I don't. But I'm constantly feeling like I need to swallow something and it's not there. So I do apologise. And I've got a blooming ulcer under my tongue, guys. And it is right by my tongue bar. And the life of me, the pain. To me, I dress how I want to dress. I don't wear tiny mini skirts or bikinis, but that's because I need to tone up my body. No, you do not. But I have rose pink hair, a nose piercing, tattoos, drink, smoke, and love to dance when I get the chance. I still believe I'm 20 in my head, so my advice, live your life to the full. It's your life. By the way, you're still a spring chicken. Lots of love. Lots of love too. I love that quote. I still actually have the, I was putting all the birthday cards away, as you guys would have seen. And my lovely got me a "You're still a spring chicken" card, and that is firmly in the memory box. But I have been looking into nose piercings as well. If you've been with me a while, you'll remember I had the fake septum piercing. I've been looking into a normal nose piercing, so I don't know. Do I do it? do I? I feel I definitely want some more tattoos, but I'm so indecisive. If I'm getting a tattoo, I want to make sure like I know what it is, I'm set on it. The next few pieces, my neck one is very small, but I want big pieces. I would love my ribs done, like my sternum. I would love my thigh done. I would love a leg sleeve. My arms, maybe a few here and there, but I would like to focus on my legs. But there's nothing apart from one that I've had my eye on, and I've had my eye on this tattoo since I was about 16, and I've mentioned it way before in the channel, and it's a Marilyn Monroe face. One half is Marilyn Monroe and one half is the skull, and it says if you're going to be two-faced, at least make one of them pretty or beautiful or something like that. And I'm like, I like that, because I think in this day and age there are a lot of two-faced people, and I just don't have the time for that. So I would love to have that on me, and that's the only one that I can say I've seen for years and years and always thought I'd love that on my thigh. But it's a huge blooming piece, and again I've had it priced many a times, and my bank balance just doesn't give me tattoo rights at the moment, so it's all I add into that list. The list of education, tattoos, piercings. I might get a few more ear piercings. I might look into that. I did look into potentially a scaffold along with a rook. So yeah, I'm not too sure, but I love a drink. I don't smoke. I have to have a good few drinks before I start dancing. I kind of have two left feet. I'm not that great at dancing, and you know what? I love that. My style. Do you even have a style? You just literally chuck on and look like a hobo half of the time. Perfectly imperfect. I think my style is very quirky. I can be in like my leggings and my vest top or my joggers. I can then wear a nice little dress. I can then go for like a heavy style with my Doc Martens. I can go as an outdoorsy girl now with my backpack and my walking boots. And then I can embrace my inner child with my Teletubby backpack, which is pride of place with my Beauty and the Beast Loungefly backpacks. And every time we come in, Dan's like, does it have to go there? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, do you not like it? He's like, it just looks odd. And I'm like, you know why it looks odd? Because there's only one of them. If I get the collection, then it'll be fine. So I've already done my treat from me to me list, because I don't know about you, my lovelies, you have to treat yourself. And I'm a big advocate for that. Whether it's just because you've got through a crappy week, whether you've got an occasion coming up, you don't even need a reason to treat yourself. I have a list on my emails, in my drafts, of treats from me to me. And they are anything from a sweet to a bottle of booze to maybe some more spenny items. Of course there's books on there. And yes, I may have put the other three on there with the matching coats. So we will see. But yeah, I can't wait to take Poe out on its first outing. I feel like its first outing will be Legoland. I feel that could be an outing for it. And you know what? I'm all here for it. I am all here for that. One of my lovelies. Growing old disgracefully is a definite must. I'm 52, still dressing how I want, falling over drunk sometimes, behaving like I'm in my 20s, but I'm not. The only thing I don't do now is go out with no knickers on. Love that. Yes, I'm that person that used to do that. You only get one chance at life. Live it and be happy. Me and my hubby are still experimenting, and he's 54. You know what? Experiment for as long as you can. Guys, that's one thing I think people think when you get to a certain age, it's kind of like, no, you can't do that. Who says what? Who says you cannot do that? If you want to do that, if you want to experiment, if you want to go out commando because it's a little bit hot and you want the wind to blow free, if you want to go out and get absolutely peed and stumble over into the road, obviously safely, and have a little bit of a fall over, who says you can't? Who says you can't? I, for one, I don't really get drunk in England. No, I don't really. But on holiday, my all-inclusive holidays, there will be a few nights where I'm like, whoo! It's a all you can drink night, and I definitely feel there's going to be a few of them in Mexico, let me tell you that, guys. Also with Poland, I think we're doing the vodka tour. That is going to be eventful, let me tell you that. But I love that. Going out with no knickers on. Going out with no bra on. You will never ever catch me without my bra on. Okay? I don't know why, I have this fear that my boobs are going to sag. They don't. I like to think I've got very nice girls when the bra's off. However, I like to always be in a bra. I will sleep majority of the time in the bra. However, now it's getting a little bit warmer. I'm kind of like, no. And I have been embracing a braless night some nights in my vest top. And you know what? I'm kind of like, you do feel more relaxed. You do feel more free. But would I leave the house without a bra? I don't think so. Unless I was quickly running to the shop and I had something big and baggy on me. But I always, fun fact, I wanted nipple piercings when I was younger. And Mum would say to me, you only want that for one reason. I'm like, why? She said, to wear your bloody vest tops without a bra. Can't lie, she was probably right. Because I'm kind of like, oh, I think that would be a funky look. But as I've got older, I'm kind of like, I wouldn't mind a piercing. However, I feel like it would really aggravate on the bra. If anyone does have a nipple piercing and you're female and you have breasts with a bra, please tell me, does a nipple piercing scratch on the bra? Or is it okay? Because that has always been my worry. So, look at this. This is turning into like a tattoos and piercings Q&A, isn't it, my lovies? Hi, sweetheart. The only way I can answer this is on the way I felt it was time to stop dyeing my hair at the hairdressers, spending a fortune every 12 weeks to cover up my grey hair. So lockdown 2020 came, I would have been 56 years old, and I decided it was time to let my hair turn grey naturally, and I kept getting told I would regret it. I've never regretted letting my hair go grey, and find my hair is much healthier now than it was constantly getting highlights in the blonde to cover up my grey roots. Best decision I ever made. I don't do fillers or Botox either. I just think we should age naturally. But then there are a lot of people who wouldn't agree. But that's my feelings on it. Sending love to you, Dan and Mama G. Have a lovely day. Thank you, my lovely. I do hope you're having a lovely day too. You know what? I love grey hair. I tried grey hair. Remember when silver hair was a trend? I tried it and my hair was like, no. Wouldn't work. So I think I went back red. I had my colour stripped. I practically went to white and the silver wouldn't stick, so I went to red. But yes, I do think that naturally grey hair looks stunning, and I would love to still be able to try the silver grey hairstyle. But you know what? I don't think my hair, we can't be dyeing it anymore. She's actually, I don't know if you can see that, she's fading a lot. This is coming back to like more now my normal mousy brown. So I'm sticking to it. I'm holding out. I think this is the longest that I have not dyed my hair for many a years, because I actually can't remember. I think, did I put a box dye on it beginning of the year, guys, just to try and even the colour out? So what we now, we're coming into, well, we're in June and I haven't dyed it, and this is just, look at that. So we shall see. But I love that. Let it grow. I can't lie though, I do feel so sorry. My hay fever now. If anyone else is a hay fever sufferer, you know what I'm feeling right now, where your face just gets itchy and your eyes get scratchy. I can't lie, I would like a little top up of my lips. I haven't had my lips done for about, Jesus Christ, 4, 5 years. And I just miss a little pout, like a little uplift. Can't lie though, I would not say no to Botox, because your girls, look at that. She's got deep wrinkles. It looks like a Wi-Fi line. So, you know what? Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and whatever works for one may not work for the other, but that's entirely fine. One of my lovers says, well, I got told in my 30s that life begins at 40s. Well, I say, whichever way you want to, but I'd say disgracefully. More fun, and it should be how you feel at the time. I've heard life begins at 30, and I've also heard life begins at 40. What are we saying here, guys? Is it more 30 or 40? What's happening here? What are we saying? Are you more team 30s or are you team 40s? I mean, I can't complain. I'm only 2 weeks into my 30s. I was took to a lovely new country. I'm on a course to do and become a scuba diver. I'm just like, 30 isn't looking too bad at the moment. But yeah, are you team 30s or team 40s? Hi, my lovely. Please send my love to Mama G. She's awesome. Also Dan and yourself, of course. I will do, my lovelies. I'm popping to see Mum tomorrow. She's meeting me in a little supermarket by where I work so she can get on the bus. We're going to go and have a little bit of sushi. Sushi. Growing old. Well, I'm 53 with a lot of invisible health conditions. I started going grey at 27 and I'm nearly now all grey / silver / white now. Just part of my hair is original brown. I refuse to dye it, even though I've been told my colour is aging me. Rude? No, embrace it as you say. I loved being the deepest blackcurrant, but to be honest, I have enthusiasm to repeatedly dye my hair anymore. I love my silvers and it suits me, to be honest, I think. I still bang out awesome Bon Jovi tunes and howl along. I still also have my scatty moments when the pain allows me. But growing old doesn't really bother me as I'm lucky to still be here. And if anyone has an issue with how I look, then they can jog on. Lots of love to you all, my lovelies, and hugs. Amen to that. I think people who have an issue and voice it to yourself, that's no reflection of you. If they feel that they need to criticise and the fact that they need to spout off what they think about you, okay, you do you, but that says a lot more about the person than yourself. And because you're still going to carry on doing what you want to do, you're still going to enjoy your silver hair and having a little boogie and having your scatty moments and banging out to Bon Jovi. And if people are like, shouldn't really be listening to that now you're at that age, I'd be like, well, thanks very much for your opinion, but I'm still going to do it, so toodle pip. It says a lot more about them than it does you, my lovelies. Let's have a look. Good question. Used to be about dressing in twin sets, blue rinse hair. Yes, I am now grey and proud. Still have water fights. Learning how to play computer games with the little devil though. Still having a laugh and enjoying life, wearing what I want, not what others think I should. Getting old does not mean sitting around and giving up on life. In fact, it's about celebrating a life well lived. My body tells me when I've done enough, just like the bank holiday weekend when I refused to give in until I was home, as I always do. As someone said, it would have taken a lot of stop me being there. I did it for them. Love you loads. Lots of love to you too. And you know what? I listen to my body. I do not listen to random Joe blogs. It will be my body. So if someone says, you can't do that, I'm going to give it a go. My body will be like, oh, Shan, them knees can't take that, girl. And I'll be like, all right, we need to train you a little bit. If you'd have said to me in 2025 you'd have climbed a mountain, I'd have been like, nap. If they'd have told me you would climb to a part within Italy where you could overlook Rome, I'd be like, have a laugh. In 32-degree heat, are you joking? Guys, I cannot wait for you to see the Rome vlogs as well. They will be coming, I think, in a couple of weeks because we've got a few busy weekends coming up, but I need to edit and we've got a few little bits of footage from the 360 camera, so I'm trying to incorporate that. But yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see it all. I'd have been like, no. Can't lie though, me knees do tell me when it's enough. I had a little walk down to B&M the other day and I got about 3/4 of the way and I thought, oh, it's aching a bit. And then I got to B&M, of course, started to see everything. I thought, no, I can't. Just get one basket. That's all you come in for. You actually come in for one thing. But have a basket because we know you can't just come in for the one thing at B&M. And by the end of it, walking back, my knee was like, okay. But I do think that is a lot to do with my driving. So as I say, I have 60 miles roughly each way to my workplace. And I feel like sometimes, especially if I'm sitting in traffic, My knees can seize a little bit because I have a manual car, not an auto, so sometimes I'm a little bit on my clutch pedal. But hey ho, and you know what? You're never too old to learn. I love that, learning to play computer games. Absolutely love that. That's one thing. Mama G and Dada are not really good with tech. No, tech's not really that thing. Like, my nan is more tech savvy than what they are. But you know what? They're happy with what they're doing. I think a lot of people have plastic surgery to make themselves look younger. I want to grow old naturally, and I've seen young ladies with very big lips, of which I think personally it sometimes looks quite horrible. I think we should age naturally. You're going for the graceful look. I absolutely love that. And in terms of fillers, I never went OTT when I had my lips done. I would only have half a mil because I was so scared to go to that 1 mil because I thought, oh, that's a big thing. I used to have 0.2 in my bottom and 0.3 in my top, which was minimal. If anyone has fillers or anything, you will know that is absolutely tiny. But it just gave me that little bit of extra plumpness on my top lip, which I loved. But yeah, I was always scared to go to the 1 mil because I thought, oh my God, if it swells and the swelling doesn't go down, I don't want huge lips. But you know what? I have friends and I've seen people that have larger lips and it suits them. It suits their frame. It suits their face. Me, I just don't think it would do. So I would just have just a little bit. Just a little bit. And the last one, my lovelies. I'm not changing for no one. People don't pay my bills. So I do what I want. Obviously, I am an older lady who works, so I can be serious and enjoy quiet time. But I also rather enjoy a laugh and to let my hair down, as long as you're not hurting no one. We have one life, and I would rather be remembered for being a fun person than being a bore all day. Age is just a number, and we are all equal. We all have our characters, and as long as you stay true to yourself, sod everyone else. Sending love. What a great one to end on, eh? That is the thing. Let your hair down as long as you're not hurting anyone. And you know what? If you do things or you have things in life that may not be the conventional thing to do or the conventional way of life and people are not happy with it, let them not be happy. Let them deal with that themselves. You carry on and do whatever makes you happy. It's just, oh my God, my nose is tingling right now. Help. My nose is tingling. But I guarantee I'm not going to sneeze. Am I? Absolutely not. Oh, God, hay fever. She's not kind today. Yeah. What was I saying? Look at that. Honestly, I've got like brain fog at the minute. I'm dosed up on my antihistamines, sprays, ice spray, tablets, the whole lot. Age is just a number, and yes, to rather be remembered as someone who is a little bit of a life and a soul. Oh my God, cucumber! I think that's passed. Yeah, I'd rather be remembered for being the fun soul instead of just the bore or, oh, someone who's just like plodded along and not really done much. I want to look at it and be like, oh my God, what didn't I do? But not in the scale of, oh my God, what didn't I do? Like tons. I want to try and get as much done as I can to be like, where is the tiny little list of things that I didn't do? But my lovelies, thank you so much for sending all your bits and bobs in. And here we are. I feel like it's more team growing old disgracefully than gracefully. But you know what? I'm here for both. Some days I might feel like being that mature 30-year-old woman who has her stuff together. And then on the other hand, I'm going to be the one rocking my Teletubby backpack with my Tom and Jerry Converse, living like a 90s child in 2025. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. And let me know, are you team 30s or team 40s? What decade is the better one? Am I starting it or have I got another decade until I get into it? Please do let me know. But yes, take care, stay safe as always, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.